welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I vlogged, and there's multiple reasons for that. One being my camera broke. So my Canon G7X that I have used for the last 10 years broke because I dropped it and I got an error saying like lens error or something like that. Ben tried to fix it and he disassembled my whole camera, found out he couldn't fix it, and now my camera is disassembled in a Ziploc bag up in my bedroom. So goodbye to the Canon G7X. Loved that camera. It was my favorite camera, and I think I like it better than the one I'm currently vlogging on, although I'm getting used to this one. But the one I'm currently vlogging on is called the Canon PowerShot V1. So that's what we've moved on to. The only thing I don't really like about it is that the viewfinder, like the screen that you see yourself in, is on the right side. So if I ever look into it, it's very obvious that I'm looking into it. Whereas with the G7X, it was above the camera, so it wasn't as obvious. So I don't know why they got rid of that feature, but it is what it is. Anyway, we're on the new camera now. Also, I have tried many times to vlog now. I tried to vlog decorating for Halloween. I have all the footage from it, decorating for Halloween. I tried to vlog Halloween itself. I tried to vlog some things during the week, various weeks throughout October, and it just wasn't, you know, it wasn't there. I didn't have enough to like make a full vlog. I didn't like how things were being filmed because I didn't have the right cameras, or I was using multiple different cameras, and it just wasn't working out right. So I scratched all that. I said, I'm just gonna start from scratch and start with doing a weekly vlog like I used to do and like I'm used to doing. So that is what we're doing. But I did think maybe I could insert, oh, that's Eloise's toy. I need to turn that off. But I did think maybe I could insert some footage here that I took last week or maybe in the beginning of November and this past weekend, because I went out with my mom to like this ladies' night thing with my mom and my sister, and then I also went out with my mom to Homegoods and got a couple Christmassy things, and then I went out to Homegoods again by myself this past weekend and got a couple other Christmassy things, which I'll show you. Yeah, that footage I feel like is pretty good, so I'll insert that here and then we'll continue on with our week. Welcome to a November vlog. I'm not really sure where this vlog is going to take us in the future, but right now I'm going to an event with my mom and my sister back there in our town that's called Ladies Night. And basically, we went to it last year. Basically what it is a bunch of women go on the main street of the town and shop in the stores and stuff. And a lot of them also like to drink some alcoholic beverages and get a little crazy. But that's what we're going to right now. As for what I'm going to continue doing in this vlog, I don't know yet. So stay tuned for that. It's a mystery to you and I both. week later. It's Friday. It's one of my days off. I'm in the parking lot of Barnes & Noble right now, and I forgot my good camera or my travel camera. So I'm on my phone. So excuse the bad quality if it looks bad. Also, people are probably staring at me. But anyway, it's one of my Fridays off. I just had a doctor's appointment, and I decided it's like 9:45 right now. I'm never out and about this early in the morning with free time. So I thought, let's do a little shop around. And so I'm in the parking lot of Barnes & Noble. I'm gonna go in, see what Barnes & Noble has, and I'm gonna check out like TJ Maxx, Homegoods, see if they have any Christmassy things in there, or maybe like leftover Thanksgiving type of decorations. My nails look terrible right now, so just ignore those. But I got a little latte from Starbucks to bring in with me. It has gingerbread flavoring, which I've never had before, and I kind of wish I got more in there. I think I only asked for 2 pumps of the gingerbread syrup, and I kind of wish I got more because it doesn't have that much of a gingerbread flavor, but it's still good. Anyway, let's go in to Barnes & Noble now. Okay, we're back for our weekly vlog now. It is Monday today, and it's in the evening. I'm done working now. I filmed a little bit this morning when I went out for my walk, but other than that, I've just been working all day. So here we are. I'm in the middle of making dinner. I have some rice on. I just made this long grain garlic and herb rice. Make that all the time when I make salmon. So I'm making salmon and rice and asparagus, and it's pretty simple. I feel like I've made this before on my channel. Oh, also tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. is the time that Ben and I have to do our reservations for our upcoming Disney trip. So we're going to Disney World in mid-January, and we're also going to go to Universal for 2 days. We'll be at Universal, and then Disney, I think, will be there for 7 days. So that is coming up, and I'm very excited for it. But yes, tomorrow is the day that we have to do our reservations. So I have an ongoing list on my phone of places that I want to eat and that we've talked about eating at before and that we're excited about, that hopefully we can get reservations for. But honestly, I've never had to do the reservation process myself. Anytime I've gone to Disney World, it's usually been through Ben's family or through my friends, and someone else is handling that. So I've never had to do this before, so I'm a little bit worried that I'm not going to do it properly and not going to get any reservations, but I need to do a little bit of research tonight to make sure that I actually know what I'm doing at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So that's coming up. That's exciting. What else do we have going on this week? We're gonna see Wicked on Wednesday because I think we get to see it early through Amazon or something like that. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you can see it early. So I'm seeing it with my sister and my brother-in-law and Ben. And that's on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, there's a like Christmas light up night in our town. So I'm gonna go to that with my family, and that will pretty much be it for this week. Other than that, I'll just be working and doing my usual, making dinners, hanging out. Okay, now that I've talked for 7 minutes, let's get into cooking the rest of dinner. Like I said, I'm making salmon. That's the oven preheating for the asparagus, and we'll get right to it. I'm just making salmon that's fried on a pan with a garlic and herb dressing. So I'm just making the garlic and herb dressing now, and I put 1 small shallot in the food processor. I probably should have cut that up before I put it in there. Let me cut it up just a little. And I put it in this chopper because I like it to be very fine for the dressing, and I feel like I can't get it very fine. I have the sauce away. When I just cut it, I'll use this. Then I'm going to chop up some fresh basil to go in there. I also need to add the oil, lemon juice, what else? Mustard. So we have 3 tablespoons of oil, 4 teaspoons of lemon juice, half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, salt and pepper, and that's it. And there is the dressing. It doesn't look very appetizing, but it tastes good. Now, moving on to the salmon. There is the finished product. Pretty excited to eat it. I'm pretty hungry. Okay, it is later on now. Ben and I have been sitting here for a couple of hours trying to figure out the reservation thing. At first I was like, we just need to be open-minded about what happens on what days, and now we're like, this has to happen on this day and at this time. And so we've become a lot more regimented once you sit down and actually look at everything. But we have a spreadsheet going here, which I'll show you, but it's pretty extensive. Here is what we have so far. Ben has color-coded all the restaurants for me so that tomorrow morning when I go on there to schedule them, my eye just easily goes up to the restaurants because we have them prioritized here in the order that we want. Above this, I have the days that we're going to be there, but I'm not showing that. And then these are the parks and the restaurants we want on the days of the parks. So here's the restaurants for our priority. We have Beacon Barrel, which is the new bar that's Pirates of the Caribbean themed in Magic Kingdom. Space 220, I've never been there. That is in Epcot. Let me get closer here. Oga's Cantina in Hollywood Studios. Le Cellier, which is in Canada and Epcot. Flying Fish, I've heard is really good. That's on the boardwalk. Topolino's is at the resort we'll be at. Sci-Fi Dining is at Hollywood Studios. And then this is just one for Disney Springs, Raglan, which is an Irish bar where we probably won't have trouble booking that, but we'll see. I added it on there anyway. And then Ben has the instructions for how to do it tomorrow. We watched a YouTube instructional and we put them in the days that we think we'll want to go. So to start, well, this is Disney Springs when we first get there. So that's not really a park day, but our first day in the park will be at Magic Kingdom, and I'm gonna try to maybe get Beacon Barrel. I doubt I'll be able to get it that early in the week. And then we're thinking Flying Fish at night. And then I have the fireworks show hours, the times of the park opening and closing. And then for Hollywood Studios, like I said, Oga's Cantina and maybe Sci-Fi Diner for dinner. For Epcot, we were thinking it may be easier to get Le Cellier earlier in the week versus Space 220, which we have later in the week. So we'll see how that works out. I don't know. We might have to switch them or just see what's available. I don't know. And then the resort day we have kind of in the middle of our week. And since Topolino's is at the resort, that will be easy. Again, For Animal Kingdom, I don't have any reservations for there, but for Magic Kingdom, if we go later on that night, I thought maybe we could try to get Beacon Barrel that night. Space 220 at Epcot. I don't know. I don't care if we go for lunch or dinner, so I just have both available because I know it's hard to get in there. And then our final day, which will end at Magic Kingdom eventually at night, and we don't know if we'll go somewhere else earlier on in the day, so we left that kind of open-ended. So potentially could go to Beacon Barrel that day as well. So that is what we came up with, and I think I am ready to reserve them at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I need to go to bed because it is probably like 10:30 right now, and I need to get my rest so that I can wake up ready to go for these reservations. It's more intense than I thought it was going to be after I watched the YouTube video on it. So I'm glad I did that, and I feel prepared. So let's see how it goes tomorrow morning. I'll see you then. Good morning. It's time to do the reservations. I have my phone here and my computer as a backup. We are in the app. 3 minutes, 1 minute.
Fastest 2 minutes I've ever had. Beacon Barrel.
Yep, Beacon Barrel is the first. It's 6 a.m. Here we go. Lunch. 140?
Sure.
Oh no, it is already not available. Okay, it's booked.
Okay, space
On to
20.
the next one. Space 220. Maybe I should do a lunchtime. Next is what?
Oga's Cantina.
It's available pretty much anytime.
We have the earliest convenient time.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, booked for 11.
Le Cellier, Epcot.
Okay, well the fireworks are at 9, so I'll do like 6.
Good.
Okay, next.
Flying Fish. Great.
Yeah,
Topolino's.
I can basically do any time, probably as late as possible.
Late as possible. Yeah.
Sci-fi, 6:05.
Yep, those are good. Raglan's.
They pretty much have any time. All right, it was a success. We got everything we wanted. Now I'm just going through to see if there's anything we missed that we need to get. It's only 6:15. I thought it would take longer than that. Okay, here's what we ended up with. Ben created a new table. So when we arrive for Disney Springs, we have the Raglan Irish Restaurant at 7:15. For our full Magic Kingdom day, we actually were able to get the Beacon Barrel at 1:15, which is pretty nice because we'll be able to do it right in the beginning of our trip. So that'll be a fun, exciting thing. And then at night, Topolino's, that looks like a J, but it's just a dot. Yeah, on my screen. Topolino's at 8:10. The nice thing about Topolino's too, which I forgot to tell you, is you can see Epcot fireworks from there. So we'll be there like when the fireworks are going at 9 o'clock, which will be nice. And they like put the music into the restaurant for the fireworks show, so like you can watch it with the music. So that'll be fun. That's at 8:10. Then for the next day at Hollywood Studios, we got Oga's Cantina for 11 a.m. Sci-Fi Dining for 6:15 for dinner. At Epcot the next day, we got Le Cellier for 6 o'clock. For the resort day, we did Flying Fish at 7. I thought it would be good since we're staying at the Riviera to go to Flying Fish at night because you can just take the Skyliner from the Riviera to the boardwalk, and then it would be fun to like do the boardwalk at night. It kind of is more of a relaxed evening activity as opposed to like the parks or something like that, which would be nice for a resort day. Then for Animal Kingdom, we originally weren't going to do a reservation for Animal Kingdom, but then we were realizing there was kind of a hole in our schedule, so we were like, let's see if we can just add something and we don't have to go if, we get there and we don't feel like we don't want to go anymore. So I just made for Yak and Yeti at 12:15 because I heard that restaurant's pretty good and it doesn't seem like it's that expensive. Then the last 2 days we have are kind of open-ended, so we know we are going to want to go to Epcot again because that's our favorite park. So we did Space 220 for lunch at 12:55. I kind of would prefer to do Space 220 for lunch. They also had dinner available, but I think if we do park hopping that day, which I feel like we will, I'd rather do Epcot during the day and go somewhere else at night. So yeah, that's why I put Space 220 for lunch. And then Friday is open-ended, and we know that we want to go to Magic Kingdom last to end our trip at Magic Kingdom, but we don't know what's going to happen for the rest of the day. So we just left that open, and if when we get there we decide to add something or do something else, we can do that. But that is the full schedule. Pretty exciting. Hi guys, it is Thursday now. I can't believe it's already Thursday. So we skipped yesterday, which was Wednesday. And I didn't really film much on Tuesday either, other than our Disney reservation scheduling. Anyway, it's Thursday now. This week has gone by so fast. I can't believe tomorrow's already Friday. But like I was saying earlier this week, tonight, me and my family are going to Light Up Night in the town that we live in. So it's just like a Christmas lighting of the tree parade, that sort of thing. It's very cute. I went to it last year, and last year for the Light Up Night, it was actually snowing a lot, which was very Christmassy and magical, but it's not like that this time. This time it's 41 degrees, and I think it might rain, so I'm bringing an umbrella. We'll see how it goes. But I'm wearing my Wicked sweatshirt. I got this from Abercrombie, and I love all their sweatshirts. They're always like oversized and they go over my bum, so I like that. But yeah, they're super comfortable. And I got this to wear to see Wicked, which I didn't film. Me, my sister, and my brother-in-law went to see Wicked yesterday, and I totally forgot to film anything. I had all intentions of filming at least like a little clip for you, but I totally forgot. I think I did get a picture though, so I'll insert that here. But yes, we saw it yesterday. I really enjoyed it. I think I liked the first part of Wicked better, but in general, like the Wicked Broadway show also, I think the first part is just better. Like the story for the first part is better. The second part, I enjoyed the movie and it was entertaining, and I like a lot of the songs in the second part, but Ben and I were saying like the first part is just more fun and all the best songs are in the first part. So yeah, I did enjoy it though, but that's just my little overview of Wicked. Anyway, yesterday, or was it 2 days ago? I think 2 days ago, Ben prepped the chili that's behind me for dinner, and I just had it in the fridge, and I put it on the stove earlier today, and it's been simmering all day, and I just had a bowl and it was delicious. I had to eat quickly before Ben got home so I can go for this Light Up Night, but he'll be home soon, so he'll be able to eat it as well. That is the chili. It was very tasty, and it's really nice to have on a day like today where it was overcast and it's chilly. It's nice to have like a warm, hearty meal. But that is what is going on today. Also, for the Disney reservations, I can't remember if I ever came on here and said anything about it afterwards, but Ben and I, like I showed you, got up at like 6 a.m. Not like 6 a.m. We got up earlier than 6 a.m. so we could get on the website at 6 a.m. to make our Disney reservations for dining, for restaurants and stuff like that. Later on in the day, I realized that I accidentally scheduled us for the Space 220 lounge instead of the restaurant for our lunch reservations. So I went back on at like, I want to say like 3 o'clock the same day to change that. And I realized they had a whole bunch of reservations for Space 220, which I thought was hard to get. Like I thought that was one of the hardest restaurants to get. So I was able to change that, and that was fine. But just out of curiosity, I also went on to check to see if there were any available for Beak and Barrel, because that's also a really popular one now. And there were a lot available for that as well. So I'm like, we probably didn't even have to get up at 6 a.m. to do our reservations. But also, I wouldn't take the chance because I've never done this before, and you never know what the availability is going to be like. So I'm glad we did it, but in hindsight, I'm like, we probably didn't have to wake up that early. And also, I'm like, is it normally super busy whenever you're trying to make reservations? Does that mean when we go to Disney, there's not going to be that many people there? I don't really know, but that's just something to note. Anyway, I think my mom's gonna be here soon to pick me up to go to this Light Up Night, so I'm gonna get my coat on and get ready to go. Okay, so you're sitting in my bathroom right now, but I have this big puffy coat on that I actually just got from Eddie Bauer because they were 40% off for like an early Black Friday sale, and I really like it. I've worn it a couple times out to like walk in the mornings when it's been cold, and it's kept me really warm, and I like that it goes down to like almost my knees, not my knees, almost my ankles, kind of. It goes to like my mid-calf, basically. And I've been wanting a coat that's long like this for the winter because I can't stand being cold. And so anytime I go out to walk or something like this, I like to make sure that I'm gonna be warm. And so yeah, so far I've been really liking this coat, and it's super light, so I wasn't sure if it was actually gonna be warm because it is extremely light feeling, but it does, it keeps you really warm. So I like it a lot, and I'm glad I have it for the rest of the winter season. This is my outfit for the light of night. I have my hat from American Eagle or Aerie, can't remember which one. I have my coat from Eddie Bauer. I have my Uggs from UGG, and I have my socks. I don't know where I got these, and just some leggings. But I'm ready to go to light up night. All right, I'm here now with my dad and my mom, and we're waiting for my sister, my brother-in-law, to get here on their bus because we took separate buses. This isn't focusing on me for some reason. There she is. My sister and brother-in-law have arrived. We're gonna get a spot for the parade. Guys, it's Saturday now. It's about 1:30ish. Yesterday on Friday, I had a very chill Friday, so after work, I just took a nice hot shower, got my pajamas, had some leftover chili, and then Ben and I watched Bridget Jones' Mad About the Boy movie. And I've actually never seen any of the Bridget Jones movies. I think there's like 4, Ben said. I've never seen any of them, but I've heard that the most recent one, which is the one we watched last night, was pretty good to watch like around this time of year where you're getting into the Christmas season, because it does get a little bit Christmassy at the end and it's just like a cozy movie. And I actually really enjoyed it. I didn't have high expectations for it at all. I just thought it would be like a lighthearted watch, but it was like actually pretty good. So I enjoyed that. And then this morning, Ben just made some waffles. We've been hanging out. I got dressed, put my makeup on, did my hair, and now I'm just gonna tidy up our bedroom, tidy up the upstairs a little bit. And my friend Jill is going to come over for a bit here, so I'll hang out with her. And that's what our Saturday's looking like so far. It's just kind of a relaxed weekend where there's not too much going on, which is nice because I feel like the past few weekends and like weeks we've just had like really busy weeks. So that's what's going on this weekend. I'm gonna start tidying up, starting with my bed behind me, making my bed, and just basically vacuuming up here. So let's get started. Sunday morning now. I am in my robe. Still very cozy this Sunday morning, but Ben is making waffles right now, so I'm just waiting for the waffles. There's one already made. Ben has told me it's ready to be eaten, but I'll eat it in a couple of minutes. Anyway, it's Sunday now. Yesterday, my friend Jill came over and we basically watched a bunch of terrible Hallmark-esque Christmas movies. They weren't Hallmark, they were like on Netflix, but they were that style of Christmas movie. And we watched one of the worst ones I've ever seen in my life that was hilariously bad. It was called Mistletoe Mix-Up. And there's a second part to that, which we also watched, called Merry Christmas. And it was very, very bad, but also very funny. So we enjoyed that. and Ben took down the Halloween decorations that were outside and put up the Christmas decorations outside. So that is all settled now. We're ready for Christmas on the exterior, but on the interior, I still have fall stuff, as you can see, and my Halloween stuff. So I have to take that down. I'll probably take that down today and then have a clean slate for Christmas. But I think I'll still, that's Eloise's toy, she just turned it on. I think I'll still leave the leaves up for Thanksgiving and like my non-Halloweeny fall Thanksgiving decorations, and then just take those down when I put Christmas up. But yeah, I'm basically going to be putting Christmas up next weekend anyway, so is it really even worth it? I don't know. I like having a little bit of fall in the house when it's Thanksgiving, like doing an in-between fall and Christmas type of thing. I like that. So yeah, that's my plan for now. But right now I'm going to eat some waffles. Alright, so we're done with waffles now. I think I'm going to take down my decorations now, even though I'm still in my pajamas. Figured just do it while I have the energy and while I'm thinking about it, and just get it done. And then I'll get ready for the day and continue on with my Sunday. But that is what I'm about to do. Like I said, I'm just gonna take down the Halloween decorations and leave the fallish ones up. And I have a couple of Thanksgiving-y decorations, but just like a couple things. So that's what I'm doing. guys, it's the next day now, and excuse my makeup-free face. I haven't put makeup on today, but we're just going for it. So it's the next day now, but I wanted to just kind of do an end to this vlog since I kind of just ended it with putting up my Thanksgiving decorations, which was like 3 things yesterday. So I thought I would show you guys what I got when I was out at Homegoods and Marshall's. I think that's all I went to earlier in this vlog, where I inserted like the clips of when I went. So I'll show you what I got there, and then we'll just end this vlog because I feel like it's gone on for quite a bit and I feel like it's very piecemeal together, but we're closing off on a good note. So here's what I got. So first I got these 2 wine glasses that has this cute red bow detail. And I noticed when I was at Anthropologie that they had glasses that were very similar to these. I don't think that these are Anthropologie, but they look very, very similar. They're basically an almost exact replica of the ones that they have there. So I snagged those because they were way cheaper than they were at Anthropologie. Then I got this Christmas mug that has these cute details on it, and this gingerbread man. And it's a nice and big mug, so I got that. Then I got this apron, which I believe I got from like the Marshall's Homegoods. It's like a Marshall's / Homegoods. So this was from a different location, but I liked this because I really like this print. They have a bunch of things at Homegoods that have this print. I actually got an oven mitt to match this, and I wanted to get a tablecloth that had this print, and I almost did, but I didn't end up buying it because I think it was going to be too big for my table. So I thought I'd just hold out and see if I could find a smaller one, but I'm kind of like, I probably should have got it because I feel like it's hard to find this in the tablecloth version of it. But yes, I got this. Also, I can hear the garage door opening, so that means that Ben is coming home and he'll be coming through that door behind me in a minute. Next thing I got are these tea towels, which have these cute cats on them. And I got these at HomeGoods. They also have just like plain red ones, but yeah, I think there's 3 in here. 2 of the cat ones and 1 red one. So I liked those. Then I got this table runner. Let me show you it like this. It has this like city landscape on it in gold. Here's Ben. Hello. I'm doing my vlogging. Then I got these oven mitts. Like I said, they match the apron that I got. So liked those. And then the last thing I got at Marshall's are these pajamas, which I really liked. They're very soft, and anytime I see Christmas pajamas that I like and that seem like they're gonna be comfortable, I want to buy them. So I got these. I really like the print that's on it. It's those cute bows, and it has like mistletoe or holly, whatever you call that. And yeah, I really like these. That is all I got. So I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank you guys for watching. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. My goal for the new year was to get to 100 subscribers. And right now I'm at 84. So you know what? It's looking like I'm gonna go into the new year with less than 100 subscribers, but we'll see what happens over the course of the next month or so. See if we can get up to 100. So if you're not subscribed already, subscribe so I can reach my 100 goal. And I will see you guys in the next one. I'm going to be doing Vlogmas in the weekly style again this year, so stay tuned for that. I'm also doing a weekly vlog this week, which is the week of Thanksgiving. So yeah, stay tuned for all of that, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.